Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yvonne. You can also call me Miss Sharif. If you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe down below and join this family. So in today's video, I'll be doing a Q&A, which is my first Q&A, so just see with me if I stumble on some of the questions. I posted on my Instagram page asking for a Q&A response, and I got an influx of messages. I didn't expect that, but you know what? We just jump right into it. And before I jump into the video, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your support throughout this year. We have made it to 1K subscribers. It sounds so small, but to me, it's a huge accomplishment. And I just want to say I wasn't able to make it without you guys. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And we're looking for bigger and better things in 2022. You understand? What better way to end this 2021 with a Q&A video where you guys get to know a little bit about me going into the New Year's, especially for my new subscribers. This will kind of give you like an insight of what to expect from me and my channel. So let's just jump right into the questions. So I'll be using my phone for the questions. My phone screen is cracked, but yeah, we're gonna get through this today. The first question is, how old are you? I am 30 years young. I'm 29 now, but in June 2022, I'll be 30. Next question is, where are you from? Yard. I come from nice, clean Yard, Jamaica, the land of wood and water. Yeah, that's them. Come from Yard. I'm from Jamaica, but I've been living in the Cayman Islands for most of my life. How many kids do you have? I have 2 beautiful kids. I have a boy and a girl, Genesis and Tion. My daughter is 3 and my son is 8. So yeah, you guys would have probably seen them on a few of the vlogs and here and there. However, my son doesn't really like the whole camera situation. Not that he doesn't like what I'm doing, because he watches my videos as well. Big up to my son TJ, but he doesn't like the whole camera. Like, even to get him to take a photo, it's like, yeah. Do you think this question have to be from my yardie? But anyways, I'm gonna ask the question. Do you think people think you're hype? First things first, what people think about you is none of your business. So what people think about me is none of my business. It shouldn't matter what people think about you. So let me just answer the question fairly. No, I don't think I'm hype. I think I'm a very outgoing person. I would consider myself to be humble in some sense, but I don't think I'm hype. Hype in Caribbean or Jamaican terms is somebody that is very cocky and just think themselves high over people, like they think they're better than people. And I don't think I'm better than people. I think we are all on the same levels, but on different levels in the sense of accomplishments or achievements in life. But I don't think I'm hype, and I think I'm better than nobody. Like, no, not me, no. How do you feel about your new career? I feel good about my new career. It's definitely a difference, but there are similarities. I think you can say the biggest thing is with a police officer, you're taking on a lot more of a person's problems than if you were a flight attendant. I think being a flight attendant, it's more of safety in a sense, but then with a police officer type of thing, it's solving a problem, getting down to the bottom of a problem. You know what I mean? So that's how it's different to me, but they're very similar. What's your biggest regret? I don't have any regrets. I believe that in life, whatever you go through, it is either a blessing or a lesson, and you either learn from them or you do them again and learn from them. But I don't have any regrets. Anything that I've done in my life, I think it has changed me into the person that I am today. So I appreciate the person that I was yesterday, a year ago, 5 years ago, and 10 years ago, because that is the person that made me the woman I am today. And I constantly am changing. Like, we don't stay the same person all year round. We change. Every situation that we go through change us either for the better or the worse. So I don't have any regrets. The next question is, how did you learn how to do your own makeup and your hair? Okay, first things first, as a flight attendant at Cayman Airways, you have to wear makeup. You have to know how to do your own makeup to a point where it's lookable and presentable. It is a part of your uniform. So if you don't come to work with your makeup on, sis, you're going home. You understand? So it was a part of our everyday life. So if we were flying for 6 days, for 6 days, we have on full on makeup. So I can say that because of flying and being a flight attendant at Cayman Airways, I was able to come to this level. I mean, it has changed over the years because my eyebrows used to be darker than this. My shadow never used to blend as good as this right now because I still think I have a far way to go, but at least it's lookable, it's presentable, you know, look up there, like, it's lookable, basically. So yes, so that is what basically helped me to get to where I am with my makeup today, because it was a part of my uniform. Now, my hair, I've always been doing my hair from middle school. My mom was a hairdresser, so she used to do my hair, and then eventually when she relaxed my hair, I started to do my hair on my own, and that's when I met Tamoya, and we started to do like this whole pineapple hairstyle. If I find a picture, I'll drop it, but if I don't, then y'all, those who know. My hair was always sleek with the pineapple, like yeah. But growing up, I always did my own hair, always basically flat iron my own hair. My mother would relax my hair and then I'll take care of it until it needs to be relaxed again. Eventually, living on my own, you know, became a flight attendant. I had to learn how to do my hair on my own, where it was manageable. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I used to watch my mom do a lot of people hair. When I used to go to salon, I used to take in everything. I used to watch everything that the hairdresser would do, because it used to, like, I found it so fascinating what they were doing and how they did the process and how beautiful it looked afterwards. So it was a part of like me growing up. And my mom was pregnant with me. She was a hairdresser, so I think it was just in my blood to just do hair or understand how to do hair. So the next question is how long let me see. The next question is, how long have you and Tamoya been friends? It's so beautiful to see friendship like that nowadays with how the world is today. Thank you so much, first of all. I appreciate that. Tamoya and I have been friends from I was 13 and she was 12, because we're a year apart in age. And from then we hit it off and here we are today. Tamoya and I, basically, we've only had one real argument, and I wouldn't even call that argument. I would call that I would basically call that a disagreement. I wouldn't even call it a disagreement. I just think we were just young and just naive, because what happened was we were playing and she was running away from me and she was looking where she was going, and then she fell over a table. And the whole school was basically there and everybody saw when Tamoya fell. And she basically was embarrassed. So she didn't talk to me for like a good 3 days, and that was the worst 3 days in my life. But here we are today. From that, we've never had another issue. Like, we've had ups and downs throughout the years, especially when I was in my other relationship, we've had ups and downs. But one thing she has always been was very supportive of me and my life and my decisions. She would make her opinions, and then you know, it's either I take it or I don't take it, and it's neither here or there for her, and it's the same thing for me. We just know at the end of the day that we love each other and we appreciate each other, and that is all that matters. And we have always been loyal to each other. Like, there's nothing that Tamoya wouldn't do for me, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do for Tamoya, and that's just where that is. And for us to be able to go from kids to maturing into beautiful young ladies and still friends throughout those years, that speaks volumes. And that all comes down to understanding your friendship and boundaries and loyalty, and that's all that is right here. And that's all of these right here. Y'all gonna have to ask Tamoya, like, what kept us going throughout the years. But all I can say is it's the grace of God and the fact that we understood each other. And I think she would probably say the same thing too. What do you think about friendship? What do I think about friendship? I think friendship is the closest thing you can have to love. Some friends turned out to be family, and some friends just aren't friends, and you just have to learn the difference between who is a friend and who's an enemy. And that's just the way of life. That's just how life is. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. So what do I think about friendship? I think friendship, it's being used loosely now, because a lot of people come into your life nowadays to gain. Not everybody come in your life to actually come and help you and support you and uplift you. And that's what friendship is about. But friendship to me is about that person winning and you being like, that's my friend, that's my friend. And you don't have that anymore. If you have a friend like that today in the society that we live in, give God thanks. They're 1 in a million, because there's nobody anymore that are friends like that. Like, everybody just come for something nowadays. Everybody has a hidden agenda now. So if you have a friend that's, you've been friends from your kids up to now and it's still going strong and you all still trust each other on that level, big it up to you. You have a gem. That's all I can say. How do you deal with friends that have betrayed you? You move out of them way. You step aside. Once you start move funny with me, you know, move out of your way. Like, there's no question about that. Anybody that give you any type of negative vibe and you said you're your friend is supposed to give you negative vibes. None of your friends supposed to give you a negative vibe. And yeah, it does happen sometimes, because sometimes your friends can have an off day, but then you guys should be able to sit down and talk about it as men or as women. There shouldn't be any type of animosity or no backbiting or no backbiting or no backchat or backstab. It shouldn't be nothing like that. Life too short for all of them, something there. In a sense, you try to explain yourself, especially when you've come from a honest standpoint. It's different if you betrayed them and then they decide to bite back, then that's a different situation. But if you know that you've been honest from the get-go, and there was no type of animosity or any type of negativity on your end, then let them go on. It's not your loss, it's their loss. So my answer to that question is, how do you deal with friends that have betrayed you? You just let them be, pray for them, and move on with your life. That's all I can say about that part. That's all I can say. What advice would you give your younger self? Save money. Save every coin that you earn, girl. Save. Like, if I had all the money that I spent on Burger King and Wendy's back in those days, like, and churros, listen. The advice I would give to my younger self would be to save your money, save your coins. And the other thing would be to probably invest. That's the next thing. And I don't regret, as I said before, I don't regret anything in my life. So it wouldn't be, oh, don't do this or don't do that. But honestly, the advice I would give myself is save your money, stay true to yourself, and don't give up on yourself. But yeah, save money. That would be my advice to my younger self. Save your money. Next question. Any advice on being more confident? Y'all take my confidence? Like, I don't think too much of confident. I think I'm thank you, but my advice on being more confident. To be more confident, first of all, you have to love yourself. To be confident, you have to love yourself. So if you don't love yourself, you're not gonna be confident. So first things first is love yourself, and babe, you're not going to business with anything anybody has to say about you, and that's where all that confidence will come from, honey. So just love yourself, put yourself first, and you'll be good. And that's how you build your self-confidence and your confidence. Like, nobody can take that away from you, honestly. What are your hobbies? hair. I love doing hair. Anything to do with hair, I'll do. I love to do hair. I love listening to music. Oh gosh, nothing like a long drive with some souls, like you know those back in the 2090s souls, that type of souls. I do listen to the 80s and 70s souls too, but you see the 90s and 2000 souls, yeah man. Driving and listening to that with the rain falling, oh, give me that any day. But besides those two things, I love to take photos. I love anything photography. Over the past year, it has become draining because you feel like a lot of people don't appreciate what you do and the work you do behind the scenes besides taking photos. But I'm learning how to cope with that and not let that get to me, but it has been a bit of a stressful one. Besides doing hair, photography, music, I love to watch TV. TV all the time. Just give me TV anytime. Next question is, do you think you would get into making and customizing your own wig? Honestly, yes. Eventually, I think I'll get to that level, but as for now, I'll just take them as them come and make them my own. But yes, I think I'll eventually get into customizing and making my own wig one day. I've tried it before and it never turned out good, so that's why I never tried it again. but just like everything else, perfection comes with practice. So basically, I just need to practice some more and have confidence in myself, and I think I'll get it done. One thing with me, you can ask anybody around me, my mom, Tamoya, my husband, anything I put my mind to, I always get it done with perfection. So it's just a case that I'm getting them already, so I don't need to learn how to do it right now. But if I get to the point where I wanna make my own, I'll get there. And that's a next thing to do with confidence. Believe in yourself. Confidence. Do you own She's Elite Hair Company? No, I don't. Listen, I don't own She's Elite Hair Company. Let me explain to you something about She's Elite Hair Company. She's Elite Hair Company is owned by Shoshana Jackson. If y'all don't know, Shoshana Jackson and I go way back. I mean, way back. The wigs that she has made over the years has grown, the levels of quality and quantity has grown so much that I have no choice but to support another sister. Like, so no, I don't own She's Elite Hair Company, but we are in partnership, basically. This is Alexa unit, by the way, guys. Like, if y'all haven't seen this unit on my channel, y'all need to check it out. This is the Alexa unit by the She's Elite Hair Company, and this is the inches 24. And it's a 5x5 lace closure. But yes, no, She's Elite is not my hair company. It is owned by Shoshana Jackson, which she's amazing. Y'all should check out her Instagram page, which I'll be posting right here, so y'all can check it out. And I'll be dropping it in the link below so y'all can check it out. But no, I don't own She's Elite Hair Company. This is just a partnership where sisters are supporting sisters. She posts my videos, I post her hair videos. Like all my units from She's Elite Hair Company, I pay for them 100%. I'm not getting a discount and I'm not asking for a discount, because that is how you support your friend. That is called supporting your friend. And then the fact that I pay for them and I post them on my channel and she posts them, she gets customers. Yeah, so it's like a big circle of support. So yeah, no, She's Elite Hair Company is not for me, but it's for a friend, and I'm supporting that friend by supporting her business. There you go. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. Next question. Do you want more kids? No, not right now. Kids are expensive. Kids are expensive. They're not cheap. Like, they're not cheap. I remember the days when Pampers was just $19.99, and then when I had Genesis, it was $29.99, and then now it's at $50. now that Genesis is potty trained. And I'm like, yeah, me not spend that $50 there. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Overshata. You understand? So, give God thanks for that. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for our next child yet. I still have 5 years to go before I can definitely say, I'm not sure. You understand? Because Genesis will be 4 next year. So in 2023, she'll be 5. So I think by then I might be able to make up my mind. And if I don't make up my mind, then I'm gonna check Rashid and say, yeah, I'm ready. And then we just do a thing. But I don't think we're ready for our next child right now. Yo, we have too much things to do. We have too much money. Yeah, we have too much things to do. So no, I'm not ready for our next child right now. The next question is, any advice on getting a house? Save. I can't tell you and nothing else but save. And try to build your house modern. Try to build your house in a sense where you build it so that you can have also a rental on your house, so that you can have extra income. Anything you're doing in life now, you have to do it so that you have multiple streams of income. So if you're getting a house right now as a young person, first things first, save. And second thing, like, make sure that whatever you're doing with that house, whether you're building it or buying it, you're able to make a second income out of it, or even an income for it to cover the bills of the house, so that you can then save more money at the end of the month. That's the only thing I can tell you, because that's something I wish that I did when I was purchasing my house. I wish I built my house in a way where, like, there was like a little studio apartment on it where I could rent out to someone and it will cover like expenses. Not saying that we're broke or we cannot manage, we more than can manage, but I'm saying multiple streams of income. You get me? You get me. Next question is, what is your favorite type of music? Give me any type of music. I love any and every type of music. I don't think I'll go in the rock part, but I do listen to some rock music. Country, nah, but I do listen to some country. So I'm a little bit of everything. But if you're gonna talk about favorite, it would be R&B, hip hop, and basically souls. Give me those any day. And if you ask me about any souls song or R&B song, I must know them because I have most of them on my phone or on my playlist or somewhere, because that's what grew me up, guys. That's what. So, anyways, next question. Do you think it makes sense to start a YouTube channel in 2022? Sis, 2022, why are we till 2022? It's still 2021. Start now. Start now. Don't wait on 2022 to start a YouTube channel. Start now. Just do an introduction video and then swing it, boo. You got this. No wait until 2022 to start no YouTube channel. Start now. Start now. Don't worry about what people have to say. Start now. How do you stay consistent on YouTube? I don't stay consistent. I'm not consistent on YouTube. Like, did you guys see how inconsistent I was with the whole Vlogmas situation? I don't think I'm consistent at all. I try to be, but I don't think I'm consistent. Reason being, I have a full-time job, basically, and sometimes there's days when I come home and I just don't want to see anybody, I don't want to be with nobody. I just want to go into my bed and sleep and then prepare for work the next morning. And that happens. And then I have 2 kids that needs my attention. And, you know, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend. You understand? Like, YouTube in general, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. It's not just something you're able to sit down in front of a computer and do all day. Especially if you have a full-time job. No! If YouTube was your full-time job, then sis, by all means, you should be able to be consistent. But the fact that I have a whole life besides YouTube, it gets kind of hard sometimes. But I'm gonna try and be more consistent in 2022. I promise you that. Like, I'm gonna try to at least drop a video every Wednesday and Sunday, like I initially started to do. and if I can't, I just can't, you know. But I'ma try to be more consistent for y'all. Like, not gonna try. What are your 2022 resolutions? My 2022 resolutions is for my family to be safe in 2022. Like, there's so much to give thanks for. No, like with COVID, like it has opened your eyes to so much things that you just have to give God thanks for life, yo. Like, you have to give God thanks. But all in all, my 2022 resolutions is to get closer to God, to have a better relationship with God, to have a better relationship overall with all of my family members and friends, because life is short. You're here today, gone tomorrow, and I mean that literally. I could just be here now and then tomorrow I'm gonna wake up. You understand? So you just have to pray for like health and strength and all of that stuff. But my 2022 resolutions is to get closer to God and have a closer and more better relationship with God, learning about Him more, building on that relationship with Him more. And that is my all in all 22 resolutions. And why is that my 2022 resolutions? Is because if I have that relationship with God and that close relationship with Him, then everything else falls in place. So the next question is, what are you most thankful for? I'm most thankful for life. I'm most thankful for grace and mercy. Because if there wasn't grace and mercy, we wouldn't be here today. Because trust me, we do some foolishness as humans. Like, we do some foolishness. I'm thankful for my family and my friends. Like, sometimes I can't stand them, especially the family them, because you have to deal with them on a daily basis. But all in all, if you never had them, like, where would you be? You know what I mean? But I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for my kids and my husband, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Because of them, I strive to be a better person every day. I try to be a better person every day. I work hard. I put my all in everything that I do because of them. So that's what I'm most thankful for. And I'm thankful for you beautiful people. Like, we can't forget to know, like, thankful for Unato. Yeah. Yes. I'm most thankful for this platform, being able to share my hair videos or just advice in general. Like, I remember days thinking, who's gonna watch this? This is boring. This don't make no sense. But then I posted, and then 10 people probably said to me, say, yo, like, when you said this, or when you said that, or when you did this, or how did you do that? I never saw it that way. Like, you don't know who's watching, and you don't know who's taking advice from you. As much as it may seem stupid to you, it may be something big to our next person. So yeah. And final question for the night. The final question is, what are your plans for the 1K giveaway? Congrats, by the way. So that's my final question for the night, guys. My plans for the 1K giveaway, the reason why I'm taking so long with this process is because I have subscribers from UK, USA, Jamaica, Cayman, from everywhere, you understand? So I just want to be fair with giving back whatever I'm giving back. I want to make sure that the winner I choose, that it is done fairly. So I'm just here trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the 1K giveaway. It may be a case where the person that has been supporting my channel the most, where as soon as a video drops, they comment, they like, they watch, they share. It could be that person that wins that. So it just all depends. But it's coming, guys, it's coming. Don't beat me up, it's coming. I'm gonna try and get it done for either January or February. And February, I started my YouTube channel in February of this year, 2021. So it will be done sometime around that point. So just look out for that. But all in all, beautiful people, thank you guys so much for spending this time with me and watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it wasn't too long, and I hope I didn't ramble too much, but that's just typical of me. We ramble a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and all in all, happy new year when it comes. Like with 2022, streams of multiple incomes, money, we gonna make money in this year. Like this 2022 is gonna be a better year than the past 2 years. I know we've all been there, we've been through it, like we made it to next year. So I'm gonna just go on doing a thing, give God thanks, I wanna make it. Like, yes, I want to thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until my next video, God bless, big up on yourself.